Hi everybody, and welcome to this epic Axion token show. And we're going to cover something pretty awesome, I think, and that is the fourth Axion launch partner. And this is a big commercial opportunity as well, and I just love it. I think it's got huge upside for Axion investors, and of course it's opened up to a much wider group of the Axion stakers, so it's pretty nice stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for notifications. This is actually going to be a decently long live stream. We've got a lot to cover, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, say hello in the chat. We always love to get that community engagement going. The community is the heart of these platforms, so pretty awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me just check the audio as well and just make sure that's up and running. The audio sounds good, so let's go for gold. Just going to read a few of the comments out before we move into the detail. And Patricia Steers in the house. Hey Patricia, always great to see you in the chat. Very nice. Yay, says Patricia. And Crypto Jack 3's in the house. And Jeff's in there. Hi there, Jeff. Good to see you. Alex K, epic show. It's going to be awesome. It's so I'm really excited about this, and even more than I was yesterday with the load up. Ricardo Reed, this is interesting. It certainly is. It's going to be very interesting. And George Allen, how do we buy? Well, let's get into all of that in the live stream. Once again, welcome to Axion Token Channel. This is the fourth launch partner from Axion Launch, and more to come. But this one is a real biggie. So let's get straight into it. The possibilities, potential are really exciting. So let's get into this one. Now we're going to go over to the official first page. Here we are on the Axion Discord, and we've got the announcements page. So here we are in announcements, so you can find this there. And we've got here, in the year 2000, Blockbuster has a 13-year grip on the video industry. And a young startup male for a movie service named Netflix is in trouble and looking for a buyer. Their idea: what if we doubled down on streaming content in addition to our mail video enterprise, says Netflix. Losing money and fighting an uphill battle, their price tag of $50 million was repeatedly turned down. There we are. Fast forward, of course, today, 21 years later, Netflix currently is valued at $231 billion, and Blockbuster has gone the way of the dodo. So the dodo bird, if you're not familiar with that. This is the story of innovation and how new ideas can upend the entire industry. So pretty awesome stuff there. Announcing our newest and largest partner to date, Vabble. So let's go that. The newest, this is the fourth, and the largest, and it certainly seems that way, partner to date, Vabble. Vabble seeks to upgrade the production quality. So this is the real heart of Vabble, and let's get into that. So it's going to look to upgrade the production quality streaming content world with its cryptocurrency reward-based streaming service. Very cool. So it's going to take that streaming idea, content creators on one side, and match it with the blockchain on the other side. Very exciting. With this fundraise, Vabble and their star-studded film board, and that's very important. So they've got networks into the film industry. Very cool. People that are already established, know the industry, are aggressively stepping into the streaming market with a unique crypto-based business model that is sure to revolutionize the revenue streams for production companies in Hollywood and around the globe by directly rewarding them for views and content. So really pulling in those content creators and production firms into this ecosystem and opening up new markets and decentralized. They're able to say what they want. A lot of views get suppressed now in Hollywood by the establishment, and so in this one they're going to be able to really get their content across there. Very nice stuff, love it, and I think it's great, and get paid for it as well. Axion gets to be right there, the largest launch partner of three. On the ground floor is this exciting venture. I will host a town hall to explain some of these details of this partnership, and the Vabble team will be on Punkonomics on Friday. So cue this in, Friday, the June 18th at 22 UTC time to meet the community and answer all the questions. So that's awesome stuff, guys. So huge news. Congratulations for being involved in Axion, and there's some of the opportunities coming up. And big shout out to Punky and the team for getting this one up and running. So very nice on that one. All right, Jeff says, I like how Punky laid out this one. Yeah, it's very nicely laid out indeed. Really thought out. I like it too. I was thinking the same thing, Jeff. So that's good to see. All right, so let's get straight into this. We're going to go in depth now, and obviously there's an article here, support article, and you can check that out on there. But we're going to jump over to the Launchpad. Now, if you go to the Axion portal, which is stake.axion.network/launch, you will get to the Launchpad here. You can see that we've got 2 current launches. Obviously, Direwolf we talked about, and now Vabble. And so let's just quickly check out that. And we're going to click on this one. It says launch the next generation of streaming content with a $sign VAB. So it's going to obviously be the token sign featuring exclusive pre-sale, IDO, and airdrops. This has actually got a lot more features to it as well. And so Vabble, pre-sale, IDO, and airdrop status in progress. Help launch the next big movement of interactive streaming. Axion launch is exciting to partner with Vabble, a new streaming platform powered by the blockchain. Vabble's VAB token will become the new currency of streaming content backed by directors. This is very important, this part, backed by directors, actors, content creators, and industry executives around the world. So it all becomes very self-fulfilling. It helps the platform to really explode onto the world stage. I like that. Help fund new content and participate in revenue sharing through VAB with exciting features built into the Vabble ecosystem. So obviously at the moment they've been doing a number of capital raises. They're trying to raise that capital, building out the platform and all the business ecosystem that's required around that, so to launch. So that's kind of where we're at the stage at the moment, with exciting features built into Vabble's ecosystem that will change the way you stream and watch movies, TV shows, and interactive comment. And there's some really neat features coming in this, which I think are long overdue. And Hollywood and existing establishments not doing this stuff. In fact, they're actually making it harder. And so it's really great. I think there's a big couple of problems here and solutions that Vabble's going to solve. So exciting stuff. There's a long-term investment opportunity, and remember, take that into account. Long-term investment opportunity can take, you know, a year, 2 years to get this moving up the adoption curve, iterations in the platform, stuff like that. For the Axion community, starting with anyone who has staked a minimum of 1 million Axion for 1 year, with the greatest benefit given to max share stakers. So that's really opening it up there. Very cool indeed. So for more information, let's launch this quick click. So we're going to go here and check out this. So we're going to stepping through this launch announcement. So I hope you enjoy this. It's going to be a bit of fun. So here's the actual update here. So Vabble, pre-sale, IDO, and airdrop help launch the big next big movement in interactive streaming. Axion launch decided to partner with Vabble, a new streaming platform powered by the blockchain. Vabble's VAB token, will become the new currency of streaming, backed by actors and directors. So we've read this bit, help fund new content, and so forth. So we've read that part. The interactive streaming experience, an SVOD service like no other. So really that's looking at doing subscription model and a pay-per-view model in terms of combining those two. Very cool indeed. Vabble provides a home for content deemed undesirable by other SVOD providers, be it due to content sensitive nature or meeting policy. The platform will provide an experience like no other to the end user. The Vabble experience, along with content, is our top priority. We aim to bridge the gap between the community and SVOD, along with delivering a digital cinema experience right to the user's device. I mean, it's beautiful, really, and I think they are onto something big here, and it's pretty neat. All right, so Blockbuster famously passed on buying Netflix, and we all know the result of the single decision. Now the Axion community has the chance to invest in the next evolution of streaming. So very cool. And back to Jeff's point of view. That's really cool. So SVOD, stream video on demand. That's right, Jeff. So very cool. And so here we're going with Blockbuster's famously passed on buying Netflix, and we all know the result of that. So now Axion community has the chance to invest in the next evolution of streaming content. So very nice there. Now here's got a nice competitive landscape. Let me just get out of that actually. So you can actually see that competitive landscape. You've got Vabble down here, Netflix in the middle there, Prime Video, Disney, and Hulu there, and you can see the features here. So co-watching, that's going to be a feature only Vabble's going to have. So that's co-watching. You might have a family member at the other side of the world and you want to watch a movie together, or you might have a friend across the world or something else, and you can actually do that on Vabble. So it's a really beautiful feature. Bring back that your relationships, and I think that's really neat. And it's going to make it simple to share, special times watching a movie and stuff like that. So user incentives. They're going to be user incentives, which is fantastic. We all love that. NFTs, going to be NFTs, nice non-fungible tokens, exclusive content, and there's going to be downloadable content, which the others all share. They all share exclusive content and downloadable content. Community features, so that's going to be a big part of it as well, and that's Vabble. Live streaming, it's going to be Vabble, and multiple device support, that's everybody, and extensive streaming library, everybody as well. So that's really cool. So to participate, let's get into the actual launch benefits for Axion holders. So to participate, Axion has secured a total allocation of $1,350,000 US for the Vabble pre-sales, exclusively for Axion stakers. The main difference between the two is the pre-sale is not available in a few countries, including the US. So just part of it's not available for US, but the IDO is available globally. So that we're really happy for United States investors and other people around the world that are on the exclusion list for the pre-sale. So here's the pre-sale, only available to those with at least 500,000 Axion stake for 5,505 days. So if you've got that, you're all in. This pre-sale will be set at 40% discount to max stakers. Allocation for tokens, 62.5 million VAB divided by 600,000 US dollars. So that there is the allocation. So 600,000 is a share of that 1.35 million, just to give you that context. So that's the one there. The allocation, 62.5 million VAB tokens. Max share allocation is $10,000. That's the maximum that you could apply under your particular wallet. And OG NFT holders will get 20,000, however, and OG 100 NFT holders and LP NFT holders, as liquidity provider holders, can get up to 25,000. So that's a really big upside to holding those NFTs now. That's a huge benefit. In addition to where mining is currently the biggest benefit for NFT holders, that there is another one there. Awesome stuff. Vesting schedule will be 1 month cliff with the 10% upfront TGE, 15% per month for 6 months, and with the bonus coming at the end of the 6-month schedule. So that's the time frame of the bonding curve there. And June the 22nd is the cutoff. So you need to be in by then. So that's what's that, about a week, 5 days, 6 days, something like that. Not available to US citizens for the following countries. So you've got this list of countries here, and obviously that includes the United States. Now the IDO is the second component of this launch partner, and that is only available to Axion stakers. We must have at least a million Axion stake for at least 350 days. So this really opens it up to short-term stakers. When we say that, 350 days is relatively short compared to 15.2 years, but the barrier is slightly higher at 1 million rather than 500,000 in the pre-sale. The pre-sale pre-launch IDO will be set at 40% discount only for max stakers, 500,000 Axion for 5,555 days. Allocation of tokens. So this is 750,000 US dollars. So that's the other component of this 1.3. Very cool. And basically, there's going to be 78 million VAB tokens in that allocation. Max stakers allocation is 10,000. OG NFT holders 20,000. OG 100 NFT and LP NFT holders the 25,000. So that's the upside for that. Really nice. I mean, this has been, I'm really impressed with the way they've set this up, to be honest. So let me know us in the chat what you think of the setup, because I think it actually really is. They've listened to the first couple of launches, and I think they've really, specifically the Securitance one, and really made some good changes here. The vesting schedule will be 1 month cliff, 10% upfront, 15% per month, 6 months, and with a bonus coming out at the end of the 6-month schedule. So that there's same as above. Cutoff, of course, is 22nd, and this is, of course, very great news to a lot of people. Available globally, so people can get really chime in, FOMO on this one. Very nice. On top of that, of course, a Vabble airdrop. Yeah, we love the airdrops. $84,000 worth of VAB being airdropped to participants. 5.25 million VAB at 0.016. So there's the issuance price. So 1.6 cents, folks. Requirements: new purchase of 1 million Axion from Uniswap. Now this is a beautiful tie-in here to buying on Uniswap, which is one of the topics that I've often raised. Is you need short-term strategies to get some Uniswap buying on there. This is a perfect one. Well done to Punky and the team for this one. So new purchase of 1 million Axion from Uniswap after June the 16th at 1900 UTC time. Stake that 1 million Axion for at least 350 days. Very nice. And purchase $100 worth of VBL between June June the 24th and July the 1st. VAB will be available on Uniswap June the 24th at 1400 UTC. So I think that there VBL, that might be a typo there. It must be VAB. So yeah, I think that's supposed to be VAB. Just a little typo from the looks of it. Fill out the Google form, posting links to 2 transactions, and airdrop will happen around July the 2nd. So that's and they will announce when the registration is live. So that's coming up, folks. We'll obviously cover that as well on this channel. Very exciting stuff, everybody. I think that's fantastic stuff. Really nice setup, and yeah, that's beautiful. So let's go to the next level. We've had a look at the actual launch pad. So we went there, checked out the launch pad. That's the launch. Here it is in full detail. Beautiful stuff. So I'm just going to post that in the chat, and you can have a look at that. So Vabble launch details. Boom. So that's the Vabble launch details. Now let's go to the next stuff. I think we're going to go to, oh, I've got double up there. So let's go back there. Now let's check out Vabble itself. This is Vabble. So Vabble.com. So we're going to check out this website, and we've got lots more content to come, folks. So we've looked at the basically the upside for Axion people. Now we're going to look at the other side, the Vabble side. What is Vabble? What are the details? All that sort of stuff into it. Very cool. All right. So this is the Vabble website. So it's Vabble.com. And I'm going to post that in the chat as well, just so that you've got this for your own details. You can check it out, do your due diligence, of course, before investing and stuff like that. So you must take care on that. So Vabble website. So check that out, and so these are all the links that I'm showing you now. So Vabble, basically, let's go to the About page, and we can see that at the top, so you can see the nice little, the interactive streaming experience. Watch alternative films, documentaries, and series anywhere, anytime on your own, with or with a friend. And so there's a couple of really unique features going on here. You can get early access. There's a white paper, of course. You can check that out. And obviously, they've been seen on Yahoo and a few other news items as well. Now let's go to the About page. The stream on Vabble, films and series, a library of award-winning films, documentaries, and series. So I think you'll probably find you'll get a lot of independent creators coming on, but you also get small studios, and you probably get some big studios as well if they see some traction on here as well. Get it so they can distribute and start getting on this. Once something starts taking off, all the big players get on there. So that's pretty cool. Exclusive originals, dozens of Vabble exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else, and of course Showtime streams. The platform hosts daily Showtime streams, the modern day cinema, if you will. So very cool on that. All right, so let's have a look at some of the features. Oh, we'll go next. Streaming like no other, built for freedom of speech, powered by blockchain. That's another thing, right? All the big tech companies have got one-sided bent political views, and they're basically indoctrinating and propagandizing the masses. So this is going to be really cool for freedom of speech, and it's going to be powered by the blockchain. Once again, blockchain comes to help save the day. I love it. Hosting libraries of films, documentaries, series, and Showtime streams, the system built for freedom of speech and counter censorship, redefining the standard revenue sharing models with our own cryptocurrency, VAB. Vabble is more than just your every SVOD. It's an experience like you've never had before. So I think that's pretty exciting. Our history behind the project, we've been working on it for a while. Vabble was originally beta tested in 2015 as a medium for content creators to network, collaborate, and grow their viewership. During the beta, Vabble received over 5,000 registered users, and I think now better than ever they can explode onto the world stage with all the issues they're trying to solve. Vabble received over 5,000 registered users, 100,000 page views, and hundreds of uploads. It's been some time since, but we have been adapted, grown, and changed for the better, migrating from a social media platform to an SVOD service. So very cool. And as Jeff says, the SVOD service is a stream video on demand. So looks like that's the case. So very cool. Let's go to the features and quickly look at some of these. So what makes Vabble unique? And this is very important. You've got to be unique into the platform, generally speaking. And so here we are. Vabble boasts a combination of standard SVOD features that the users have come to expect, paired with innovative twists and an account on the co-watching experience. And that co-watching experience is really powerful. Obviously, if you've got family or friends around the world, you can watch movies and TVs and share that experience together. It would be pretty awesome stuff, and make it really easy, seamless. You don't have to get on certain services and try and stream stuff through and all the other assets that you have. So very cool. And obviously there's revenue content stuff to it, applied to it as well in the blockchain. So very nice. All right, so there's exclusive content, stuff you can't find anywhere else, curated but not filtered on political agendas. We give you the content and let you be the judge, which I think that's the right way to approach stuff for sure. Independent chat for every piece of content. Comment with friends or other people who are watching the same thing. Connect with like-minded people, like content you like. So it's pretty neat. Tipping and referrals in crypto, and of course we all love this. This is a super feature. Liked a piece of content, want to give your praise and crew behind it, now you can. You'll also be rewarded for bringing in users through our referral program. So just everyone gets to win on these platforms. Beautiful stuff, not just the big corporates in Hollywood or somewhere like that. It's going to be everybody, people who are watching and people who are creating content and distributing will all get paid for what they're doing. So pretty nice. Invite only co-watching experiences, your private co-watching experiences accessible by invite only, a private cinema like no other. So very nice. And integrated takeaway providers, order your favorite takeaway for you and your friend right there in your private viewing room. So nice stuff. I like that. All right, so there's obviously a production launchpad, a tool for filmmakers to find funding without agendas and marketability requirements inherent to corporate and VC funding. Platform for viewers and investors to fund production of Vabble exclusive content that they would like to watch. Strong venue for ensuring creative freedom and censorship resistance without compromised quality. Way for investors to get rewarded via profit sharing, exclusive content, or even cast sign NFTs, which is really super duper, I think. So here's the team. We've got Vabble team consists of experienced individuals so we had a little bit of a look at the product and a little bit of teasing about the market and the unique features that are going to make it something people will use. Now we're looking at the people that are building this out, the platform, and so that's pretty cool. The Vabble team consists of experienced individuals with an early interest in space turned career, coming from large and medium companies dealing with fintech. We understand the obstacles and paths to their solutions. So we've got CEO and founder is James, former for Vodafone, and COO, Chief Operating Officer and co-founder Michael is the former Hodlbot, and lead dev and co-founder Mud. So you'll probably get used to that name, Mud. Their former bounty hunter there, so that's pretty hilarious. And back-end and infrastructure is Mo, a former freelancer, and then of course front-end is Daneba, former Daimler R&D, and UX UI, which is user experience and user interface, is Asti, a former Binance. So interesting there, former Binance. So pretty cool. Now here's the Vabble film board. So this really gives a lot of more depth to the industry and getting a lot of big studios and stuff like that, and independent filmmakers, which there's a lot these days, all wanting to get up there and get their content out. So here we got Sean McGillicuddy as an actor and assistant director known for Vikings 2013, Beyond the Woods 2018, and Making It 2016. You can see him on IMDb, and there's some other ones there I think coming up. So you've got a roadmap here. So you've got, here's pretty important, obviously, what's the direction they're going to take. You've got Q2, Q3, 2021, seed, private, public sales, and you've got private access for early backers, marketing. So some of that's already taken place. They've already had a couple of firms, I think it's 3 capital firms already, VCs type stuff, doing that. So this is another one in that series of raising. So seed, private and public sales. So we're in that sort of zone at the moment, Q2, Q3, and marketing campaign coming up, and the Uniswap listing. So we can see the Uniswap listing, as we saw here, is coming up on the 24th. So VBA will be available on Uniswap on the 24th of June. So that's when it's going to be listed. That's going to be really neat. All right, let's jump back here, and that's where we're up in the current place at the moment. All right, so Q4 2021 to Q1 2022, continue platform testing. So obviously that's in place. Now I did see an update from February, and they were just working through certain bug issues and other stuff, just getting it up to scratch. So very cool. VAB integration, so integrating that blockchain and monetization, co-watching deployment, which I think is a very exciting feature. First Vabble funded original movie doc. So probably have some sort of vesting fund, some sort of fund as well for helping independent people as well. In addition, is what I imagine they have alpha testing. So that's going to be great when we get to that. And of course, Q2, Q4, 2022. So that's going to be any time really. They've left that quite open. Beta live. that would be super exciting. It's basically going to have it live, but in beta version. That'd be really great. They iron out all the kinks, add in some extra features, get things right in the beta. So that's actually going to be launched in that period. So for revenue system deployment. So once again, this is kind of a medium-term view in terms of getting it out there. But next year looks like the play. All right, so revenue system deployment and NFT marketplace. So huge for next year. Same time this year. Same time this year. Same time this year, next year, yeah, something like that. So that's going to be when it's all going to go. It's going to be exciting there. Q1 and Q3 2023 Vabble production launchpad, takeaway integration, funded movies, series, docs releases, and then Q4 23-24 hosting, decentralization, content voting, showtimes, and full launch. So just take into account this is a medium-term horizon. You're talking about 1 to 2 years to get this up and running. Is probably where you're looking. So just take that into account before you do any investment. Of course, that's just do your due diligence. Here's the partners: Firm, Grizzly Capital, Near Investments, Dutch crypto investors. So they've already done some capital raises through here. Obviously, doing a series of capital raises, and obviously Axion's playing its role in that and providing opportunity to get in on something like this early. And you've got extra net capital. So they've already done a few of those already over the last few months. All right, so there's basically a deep dive into the ins and outs of the Vabble platform and detailed breakdown of VBL. So you can check out the light paper. So that's there, and stay tuned into the latest updates. So that's there as well. We'll probably come back to that, but here's basically all the stuff. You can drop them a line at hello@vabble.com. All right, so that's pretty much their website. Without going into the white paper, let's have a quick look here. So we've got that there. That's there. Where is the launch details for Axion? And that's the website. And George Allen says, thanks, GTG. I'll check out on MetaMask. Yeah, when it's coming, that's cool. So that actually answered your question earlier, of course. Now let's quickly check out some. Before this, we'll go to let's see where they got on the 11th of June. They got a post in Cointelegraph covering this platform, which is pretty cool. So one of the bigger crypto platform sites. Video on demand platform marries love of films with crypto rewards. I think it's a beautiful combination. A video on demand platform seeks to support producers, empower viewers, and make cinema a shared experience. Hashtag sponsored. So it is a sponsored post. A new cryptocurrency-based streaming service is taking a holistic approach to the industry, combining a number of traditional features like a token-based financial system, censorship resistance, and community governance with a strong, thoughtful focus on the user experience and supporting existing creators. Vabble's crypto-powered video on demand plans to take an interesting approach to the end user that isn't common among streaming video services. It does not assume they are viewing alone. So really it's that group viewership. Number of features aim to reinvent the pre-Netflix days when going to a movie was a shared experience on a single screen that brought people together. And the co-watching flow, and this is probably a big part that I'd like to pull out too, and they've pulled this out, does not actually expect everyone to be in the same physical space. Instead, it offers a way to create a shared experience with private viewing rooms, video chat, and with sharing screens, and even order food from inside the app. Kind of crazy, right? But that's what they can do. All right. Note that you can't just stream individually, although some features will be viewable only at set time to help focus the user's attention. Film transcends like time, like a classic Charlie Chaplin in the 1920s, Vabble said, pointing to a quality, not quantity mindset. From day one of cinema, film was an experience you shared with loved ones. Currently, streaming services don't support that very experience, which makes film special. And that's a big point. I agree with that. But with Vabble, we are going back to roots and providing this to the world in a modern way without restrictions of censorship, which is wonderful too. And of course, we want you. If you don't want to give up your freedom, you don't want to give up censorship, right? If you do, if you give up to that, then your life is gonna, you might be economically okay, but you're gonna be life not okay. Really cool. You need to be able to do that stuff there. The censorship-free model is key to Vabble's business plan, which also calls it SVOD system, a system built for freedom of speech and counter censorship. The platform it adds provides a home for content deemed undesirable by other SVOD producers, be due to sensitive nature or not meeting policy, and backing creators. Vabble also feels it has created a monetary ecosystem that supports the film industry, not just content creators who are individually streaming. This starts by directing the fees users pay to view each film directly to the film producer. So that's a very important part. Let's go through that again. This starts by directing the fees users pay to view each film directly to the film's producer, which is a beautiful thing, right? They get paid for spending all that time, getting all the TV or the movie made up. So it's really nice to see, or whatever they're going to be, streaming. From a studio's perspective, Vabble argues we can potentially provide more revenue than all other SVOD services as our revenue model replicates ticket sales, which is really neat. Live streaming of special events is another prospective revenue path. So really, it's about getting that subscription and user pays model integrated on here rather than licensing, which is what the big firms use. So that's really neat to see that. Vabble has also created a tipping mechanism and is creating an NFT marketplace that will allow producers to sell full merchandise. So even more upsales, and obviously a lot of the time they make more money in merchandise than the actual film. So including special limited edition non-fungible tokens with everything from film posters to cast signed memorabilia. So imagine that. It's really great. Maybe you love a character in one of the films or TV. Now you can get them to sign something that's signed, and you can buy that within the platform. Very cool stuff. Really neat. On the production front, Vabble is planning to fund original features and documentaries through a launchpad that will provide a funding mechanism for small independent productions. This is what I was talking about earlier. If they had that, and that looks like they're going to have that, that's going to be pretty awesome to fund independent, producers and other stuff like that, content creators, including those want or need to avoid the censorship that can come from traditional funding channels. It also gives viewers a way to vote for content they want to see with their pocketbooks, which is cool. Puts the power back into the hands of the general population, which is great. Coming soon to a screen in the EU, Vabble's internal user rewards are built around the Ethereum-based ERC20 VAB tokens. So that's the token that we've been talking about, launching on Uniswap on the 24th of June, which has several uses on the platform. Users will receive 40. This is very important. So users will receive 40% of their monthly subscription fees in VAB tokens. That's really cool. They will also be awarded based on participation. That's the subscription model, and they're also going to get that 40% of VAB tokens. Nice. They will also be rewarded based on participation, watching content, participating in chats, inviting friends, and voting for content, which we all love that in crypto. The tokens are also required to vote on what content to bring on board the platform. So it's really nice. The project's founders will reveal more about the tokenomics as well as Vabble's features and guiding principles in a Cointelegraph AMA on the June 14th. Vabble's roadmap includes plans to get VAP listed on Uniswap soon, which is the 24th of June. VAB integration will begin in Q4 2021 and Q1 2022. So that's that token on the platform, while the site beta will go live Q2 to Q4 2022. So that's next year, remember. They will also see the revenue system deployed and the NFT market go live early to mid 2023, set for the launchpad to go live and the site's first funded movies, documentaries, and series release. So you're looking at mid 2023, give or take a little bit of time. The full launch is set for late 2023, early to early 2024. So just take that. There will be a beta version out, obviously, but the full launch is not until then. So just it's not going to be a McDonald's burger. You're not going to get it straight away on that one. All right, so that's pretty awesome stuff. Let's go back to, we're going to jump over to the AMA. So this is an AMA they had. Let's just go, I'll just post this Cointelegraph in the chat there. Graph article. 10th of June. And I'll just post that. So you can check that link out. All right, so now we're going to go to the AMA they just had. This is the one on the 16th of June they had. So AMA with James O'Connor and Michael Ellis, co-founders of Vabble. So it's really cool. It's an hour long. It's got some nice Q&As. So if you really want to get a feel for the people that are building this platform, you want to get even a bigger view of the economics and the features of this platform, check this out. This is really cool. I've only just started watching, as you can see, 15 minutes. So it really is quite cool. So do check this out. This is on a Dutch crypto. So I'll just post that as well. And you can check this one out. It's really, if you're going to invest, you really need to know what you're investing in, right, as best as possible. Obviously, the platform's not launched yet, but you can see the time frame is going to be a beta, an alpha, and then a beta launch, and then the live as well over the next sort of 12 to 24 months from the looks of it. All right, so that's the channel there. Very cool. And then also you can see that they've got another one coming up, Vabble AMA, the future of streaming, coming up within 17 hours. So this is going to be pretty awesome stuff. And this is probably going to be, this is on Cointelegraph. So you can check that out on Cointelegraph. And I'll just post that as well. And of course, obviously they're going to be on Punkonomics also in the next sort of about 24 hours. So lots of information for you to think about before getting involved, but very exciting opportunity from the looks of it. Let me have a look. So you can check that out. Just put that in the chat as well. So very nice. All right, let's pump that there. So that's the first one there, the Cointelegraph article 10th, and of course there's an AMA coming on Cointelegraph coming up soon too. All right, so that's looking really good, and obviously Punkonomics is going to have his one. Now if we can go to Punkonomics, it might even be scheduled. Let's just go. This is punkonomics.com, is obviously strategy director for Axion, and you can actually go to the YouTube channel, and we'll see whether he's got that scheduled up off the website there. But that AMA is coming up. I don't know if it's been scheduled yet. It doesn't look like it has at this stage. But that will be coming up, and I'm sure that we'll have a notification on the announcement channel on Discord. So that's going to be cool when that comes out for sure. So lots of stuff coming up there, folks. And if you even go back to here, you can actually go back to the light paper, and you can actually read the light paper for really in-depth analysis on there. We'll have a quick tab through. It's 20 pages, not too long. We'll just have a quick one through this. It's the Vabble there, looking good. The SVOD providers, so basically streaming providers, and they've got all the features there. Exclusive content, showtimes, community chats, NFTs, co-watching, and I think the co-watching is going to be really awesome. But hey, everything about it, monetization, the user being able to control what they want to watch or not watch, you know, that's really the best way of doing stuff. We don't need some, politically ideological worldview imposed on us and indoctrinated. So I love that stuff. So beta history. So it's got 5,000 registered users. It's from the 2015 one there. So you see they did really well, and now they do even better, way better. So you can see it's a no-brainer really. Fair game, monetization. User pays monthly subscription. User watches content. Publisher receives payment from user. Receives rebate from 40% VAB. Wallet deducted per quarter of the content duration. So that's pretty much the monetization. Co-watching flow. Obviously, user creates a private room, invites a friend to the room. Video chat and screen share opens with the joint. Then creator finds content to watch with a friend. They watch together and order takeaway if they want. So obviously the takeaway orders are separate and delivered to each address independently. So it might be like pizza or something like that, or as a burritos or KFC, whatever you like. So very much. And here's a big competitive landscape thing here. Very cool. Obviously the Netflix model is based on licensing and stuff like that. So this is based on subscription and pay-per-view type stuff. So there's a lot of different, quite a few differences there. Obviously they have subscription to the Netflix, but now their target for market share is 3.5% of the market share. Netflix apparently has about 65%, so that gives you a bit of idea where they're at the moment. So that's what they're trying to do. Rewards and reserves. There's their reserves, 35%, voting 7%, rewards 57%. So it's got the VAB amounts there, 125 million, 25 million, and 200 million there VAB. The reserve will be allocated to Vabble's fair game revenue system and other token mechanisms yet to be defined. Current voting bonuses are issued to all participant users at the end of each voting period. So obviously, if you're holding that, you'll be able to get votes. Total bonus received by users is still to be decided. Rewards are issued for increasing rank on Vabble. I like, if they're going to have ranks, that's really cool. I like the gamification of ranking and stuff like that. Vabble rank increases through consuming more, participating in more chats, and inviting more friends. So the more engaged you are, you'll get rewarded in the long time that you're on there. Very cool. I like that. That's a good move. Basically, I think I like pretty much everything I've seen. Rewards and reserves. That's where pretty much the player is going to go out there. 25%. Month 3, month 6, month 12, and I'm not sure. I presume that that's all still in play. They're going to have a listing there at 0.016 cents, and we saw that in the actual pre-sale. a launch there. So we've got 0.016 cents there when the airdrop. So it'd be interesting to see what price discovery happens on that. Obviously, when crypto, you often get the usual rally and then pullback, and then it finds its fundamental value over time. Fundamental value over time. So really cool. All right, so we're up to on that. We'll just finish it on. So initial market cap, they estimate, will be around about $1 million. Initial circulating supply around about 67 million. This is based on this presentation and light paper. 1.4 billion in max supply. So it's interesting key metrics there. Presumably they're going to hold to that pretty well. Initial liquidity is going to be about 480,000 US dollars. Obviously they've been doing quite a few capital raises as well. So that's nice. Valuable token unlock schedule, and you've got it here, TGE, right through 48 months, and it just goes up towards there to that max period, I guess, to 1.4. We saw that on here, 1.4, and you can see at the top here that'd be about 1.4 at the top over what's that, 4 years. So there we are. All right, so there's the team: James, Michael, Mud, Mo, Daniba, and Asti. Very nice there, and I think we're almost up 14. All right, so token sale locked in and locking in by trusted third-party trust swaps. Another trust swap launch one there. They had an invited seed only, private sale, and then public sale, all in play, and those all happened. So I think some of them might have already happened. I haven't checked the actual trust swap actually. And there's the full token allocation. OTC seed, private sale. That private sale's finished, I'm pretty sure. And I think they're really up to the public sale stuff there. They've got over the counter seed stuff as well. Content funding, reward and reserve, development, future hosting, team, marketing, and liquidity. So that's all the breakdown of all the tokens percentage. That's the expected dollars, basically at the issue price, that 1.6 cents, I guess. So you got the amounts there in dollars. The token supply available there. Obviously, the allocation here is going to be, was it 78 and 78, 60, 62. So what's that, about 130 million to Axion, I guess, around there. So 130 million to Axion. So that would be, I guess, somewhere in this public sale, I'm gathering. Yeah, 0.16 cents, because the issue prices for the private sale and OTC, I'm pretty sure, are finished, and that's what they got. So they got 0.006, 0.096. So just take that into account. Obviously coming in at as a slightly higher rate on the public issuance here. But looks like we're going to have a decent chunk of that. With about 1% chunk of that token there. 50% on initial listing and 17% monthly starting from the first month there. So interesting stuff there. And yeah, there's all the rest of it that's going to go over for the actual platform. Content funding, reserve and rewards and reserve development, for future hosting, team, marketing, and liquidity. And you can see those values compared to the capital raise. You can see the values of the actual platform and liquidity, marketing, and team costs. So interesting stuff there. They've all got different bonding curves there, and you can see how those come out. So locked, completed within 72 hours of TGE. So very cool. All right, so funding allocation breakdown, invite seed, private seed, and we think we went through that one. And here's the roadmap, of course. We've been through that. And launch production launchpad, and so there's all just the key summaries of the launchpad itself. And there's all the social media contacts. So you can get into Telegram, and you can see all the pin. They've got a whole ton of pin notices at the top. You can go through those, look at old AMAs, old capital raises from those seed fundings and stuff like that. So you can find all the back details if you want to get right down into the nitty gritty. So that's where it's going. All right, let's go to the thing. We've got one more page here. Thank you. That's a good way of finishing up this live stream as well. So big thank you out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really think this is a really big deal. It is a medium horizon, so obviously it's not launching next week, but they've just basically finished wrapping up their capital rounds, private rounds, seed rounds, and now they're doing the public sales, and Axion's managed to be part of that, and awesome stuff. So obviously there is a AMA with the site here. So with Cointelegraph, and there's also going to be the special AMA with Punkonomics, our very own strategy director on Punkonomics, and that will probably be notified on Discord. So very awesome stuff. I'm super stoked by this. Big congrats to the Axion team getting involved with this one. think this offers some really good upside, very strong commercial utility, IEO type of launch type of thing, IDO. So very nice to see that, and it builds nicely on the Securitas one that we've had already there. Very cool. So big thumbs, 2 thumbs up. Once again, do your own due diligence. This is not investment advice, and it's just pretty much my opinions and overview of this one, but very exciting stuff. Hopefully provided you a few more tools, a bit more backstory, and do watch the AMAs, because they'll fill you in with that next level. It's nothing like hearing from the actual team themselves, and you can judge it for yourself. But I think it's pretty exciting, and I think they're definitely going to get a market niche out there for that, for sure. All right, let's quickly check some of the chats just before I wrap up. Axial, what's up from the East Coast? Hey, Axial, good to see you. Don't forget to get some merch from Axial, Axion merch, very cool. Glad to see you, Superman, at this time slot. Yeah, certainly benefits some people around the world. So always hard to please everybody, since we're all from different time zones. But yeah, trying to capture as many possible. Prana, big hi Prana, good to see you. Big clap there. And East Coast USA for me too. Hey, welcome to the East Coast. I always remember north, south, east, north, south, north, east, south, and west with never eat soggy wheat picks. Just the old phrase there, so pretty funny. XCR represent, absolutely. Alex K, thank you for the presentation. It will be interesting to see how it develops. Absolutely, Alex. And I've got to say, with all these partnerships, Axion is starting to remind me of TrustSwap more and more. Yeah, so this is really benefits on the TrustSwap. It's kind of similar to that with the Launchpad. I mean, there are other projects around with Launchpads, but the fact that this is going to benefit long-term stakers, max share stakers, and stakers generally. Like this one's actually open up to, part of it's open up to people that stake for 1 year or more, which is beautiful, right? Nice to see not just max share stakers, but 1 year or more getting access. Also nice seeing the United States investors who missed out on Securitas access to this. And if you've got NFTs up to 25,000, which is pretty nice. So really pretty big opportunity. And that airdrop is a nice little sweetener on there too, that $4,000 airdrop. Jeff's got, I'm not even sure what that little person there is. What is that, a superhero? Yeah, nice one, Jeff, appreciate that. And Jonathan Kapala, awesome, sounds like a solid project. Nice breakdown, sir. Hey, Jonathan, hopefully that was helpful. So let's see how we're going for the time, 46 minutes. I think we're probably going to end up here. Don't forget to catch me for the live stream for the Axion. Now, we have pretty much sold out on the today's auctions from the looks of it. So, but do catch me for a shorter live stream. We'll open up the regular auction tonight. So probably we might go for about 20-30 minutes to see how we go. But do catch me for that and see if we'll get sniped out. But once again, subscribe to this channel, like and share, hit the bell for the further notifications. And thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I'll just sign off for now. And I'll catch you later in the day. But huge hats off to the Axion team. Real nice project, and nice another value add, laying another value on top for Axion stakers. Beautiful stuff. Cheers.